Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Hello and happy Friday. It is so good to see you all here on this 8th of November. Let's see, we got a new all-time high for Bitcoin today, so that has been pretty exciting. I know I'm streaming a little bit later than I normally do, but it's been a week, man. It really has. Like, this week has just been absolutely wild in the world and also like in my life. And I'm not going to get personal with stuff. It's just there's just been a lot of stuff going on for me, a lot of stuff with the projects that I was working on. And then you also had the election, which was going on. You have Bitcoin, new all-time high, and all the stuff that's coming up from that. So it's funny because I remember sitting down like around this time, literally a week ago, and it feels like ages. So there's a saying where it's just like there are decades where nothing happens, and there's weeks where decades happen. I don't know what it is, but this past week, for some reason, like the last 168 hours has felt wild. Like, it's just been so much stuff. Like I said, in the world, for me personally, a lot of stuff going on. I apologize. I know I have not been as up to date on the content, getting my multiple videos out per day, but we're going to try and get back to that this weekend. Hopefully I have some time to jump into things, and should be good. I know there's been a lot going on in the world of Splinterlands as well. There was also a new trailer put out for Parallel Colony, which is really exciting. And what else we got? I mean, obviously, if you're following anything related to Bitcoin, seeing all the stuff with different states, essentially discussing adding Bitcoin to their own strategic reserve. Cynthia Lummis, senator from Wyoming, I believe, put forth a bill for, the Bitcoin, for a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Obviously, everybody's feeling, one way or another after the election, but it's done. Right. And now we all just kind of move on from here. There's no more anxiety and uncertainty regarding the outcome. I mean, hopefully, gosh, at this point, I don't even know what to expect anymore. But so it's been an interesting week. Bullish to say the least. We did cross 77,000 today. Obviously, we're a little bit below that now. But all in all, it has been a week. It has been a week for the ages. And I am excited because this is like, I'll be honest. I mean, I was anticipating that, okay, if Trump won, right, the White House, then, yeah, I mean, crypto was probably going to do pretty well. For some reason, like the sentiment recently with all the stuff that's been coming out, it's like I undersold that. Like, I don't know. Now all of a sudden I'm like, okay, all of my internal models were wrong. Like, this is getting kind of wild, right? Trump wins, and all of a sudden, like, I was seeing stuff coming out of China where they were talking about, like, if the U.S. starts adding to their Bitcoin, reserve, then a lot of other countries should probably start to take notice. And I'm like, oh shit, that's the game theory that everybody's been talking. That's literally the nation state game theory that people have been talking about since 2020, right? So I don't know. I think we're in for some wild times. Hopefully not too wild, but obviously there will be hopefully plenty of opportunity for all of us in this space. So let me jump into the chat real quick. We got Brazen Blake coming in from Twitch. What's up? Why not? Howdy. Blockchain Project says, hello, downhaul tomorrow with Double Coconut. Also seems like GLG Season 2 is a non-starter. Check office hours if you don't know. I mean, I'm not even surprised on anything GLG or Mooncarts related at this point. So, I mean, we can go through office hours here. I will say, I did not know that there was a downhaul tomorrow. And I believe there's another downhaul like last weekend or something. And I did not. I have actually not even had a chance to listen to that. So I'm very behind. I think that one was with PJ because I started it, and then I got maybe like 3 minutes in, and that was it. So I need to go back and give it a listen. But there's just been a lot of, let's just say, content to consume since Tuesday night. So I feel like I've just been getting bogged down in podcasts and stuff. I'm also just trying to like clear my head of all that stuff and just listen to some music every now and then. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin's at 76,400. SPS is at about 0.0087. Voucher's still just there. It was interesting to see Hive jump up. I think we were at 19.7 cents earlier today. So that's cool. I hope that we can cross 20 cents and stay above it at some point. DEC continues to get locked up. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check. How much did the winning bid go for today? Let's go check that out on the auction. So past winners. VetV got it. Congratulations to VetV. Now check that out. Look at that. Put in the bid right at the last 21 seconds. Now, it was interesting because I was like, is Housewife going to get 2 of them? That was, I saw this one earlier. And then I saw this coming with credits. Blazo Blaz or Blazo Blaz, whatever it is. But congratulations to VetV. That's fantastic. So far, the average is like what? 1.15 million? 1.175 million? Something like that. It's going to be interesting, to say the least, as we go further along. But that's number 2. Where is the current bidding at? Oh, another 950,000 for Tide Pod Oreos. Okay, so what's going to be interesting about this? Oh, I see Jarvis in the mix. Tide Pod Ghost. Oh, Ghostly BG wants it. Look at that. The first one was Ghostly BG. 42 seconds in. Goes in with the 666 numbers. Interesting. So here's the question then. Shout out to Ghostly BG. I wonder at what point, if at all, will Ghostly BG be able to get one for 666,666 DEC? I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. I do want to go check now that. Let's see. How long ago was it? I guess it was just a couple of hours, but let's go over to ranked play, and I kind of want to check out VetV's battles. So VetV. Let's see if we've seen Heloise in any of these so far. Oh no, 7 hours ago. Okay, so I haven't had a chance to bust it out yet. Now what's the other person? Housewife for the win? Is that what it is? FTW? No, I want past winners. There we go. Housewife for the win. Okay, let's see, because they've had a whole 26-ish hours with it. So Housewife for the win. Let's see if there's been any battles in Modern. Tournaments 9 hours ago. I don't see anything. I see Venka. Dude, I want to see this card in action. How are you not going to use it? Okay, Modern rank from 13 hours ago. I mean, they're playing Tofu. Like, come on, really? It's literally the only card in the game, right? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, at least we got one. Let's watch this. This is from 14 hours ago. So there might have been some other ones that were a little bit earlier. Oh man, imagine being the Bad Witch fighting the one only card out there. Oh, poison rule set. That's interesting too. Okay. Let's see if Spite is going to work its magic. There's a decent amount of armor on the other side. Oh, I guess that got rid of some of the armor. And okay. So she comes back. Oh, she comes back without the poison. Isn't that interesting? Oh, he's done. Oh, wow. And that actually worked out fantastically because now they don't get that resurrect. Interesting. Yep. Wow. Okay, so oh, we're gonna get a bloodlust situation here. See, he's gonna take her out, but she's got to get rid of that armor first. Ah, but the armor comes back. Check that out. Oh, she's about to take out that dude in the back. All right, and she has only 2 more without Weary. Oh no, only one more without Weary. Interesting. Okay. Who else do we got here? Okay, done. Oh, see, she's gonna spite him again, but he's still gonna come back with more armor. And now everybody's got Weary. Yet somehow they're still fighting. Well played. I actually don't know how. Oh. I don't know why, but that felt like it should have been a lot closer. Like everybody on the team has Weary. But 37 SPS. Okay, hold up. We need to do the math on this. We need to do the math on this. And then I'll jump back into chat in a second. But I want to do the math on this. So we got SPS. Oh, where is it? SPS and DEC. All right, what is going on? Why is stuff just not working? Let's go to tribal decks. B-swap, that's what you get. That's what you get. You could have had, some free coverage here, but you chose not to. So let's do swap. Let's do DEC. And let's do SPS. So I believe it was like 1.347 million tokens. So in order to recover the cost, they'd have to win 129,000 SPS at current prices, right? So hold up. Let's just do the math on this. So 129,000 divided by, how much do they earn? 37. We'll just say divided by 35 on average. He's gonna have to win 3,685 battles at that level. That's a lot of SPS. And you only get 24 energy per day, so divided by 24, about 150 days. It'll take like 5 months to pay it off. Now, granted, I know that you get energy from other things and all that, but it's just funny to calculate out. Thank you for humoring me on that. Let us see where else we are. Okay, G Sam, he says, "Yo, bro, I've been playing this game and I am in silver now, renting cards, all level 10. But as I get higher ranks, my glint booster gets less." Yeah. So the thing is, it's determined by how much SPS you have staked. So there's different levels, which it should be visible here. I don't know if it is or isn't, but like there should be a chart somewhere, and I don't know where it is. But that chart is going to let you know exactly where your glint booster is. Oh, sorry, your boost modifiers are. So the staked SPS is a huge part of that. Now, the higher you go up, the higher your rating is, the more SPS that you need in order to maintain that. I believe like the maximum, I don't know how much SPS you have staked, but the maximum at the highest levels we'll say is like 400,000 in champ, or like a little bit over 400,000. So, there's a decent amount, but on the whole, you'll get there. Aaron Kennedy, hey, the weekend, let's freaking go. So after the election, how do you think the future of the game looks? I don't know that like the election. Well, okay. The future of the game was never something that I was like worried about. But as I was saying in the beginning of this live stream, one thing that I feel as though I underestimated now is like the momentum behind the Trump win. So like, again, I wasn't delusional. Obviously like the Trump administration was always going to be better for crypto just because they're crypto friendly. But in seeing the immediate reaction from other nation states, from state officials and things like that, it's like, oh, damn, like they're taking this seriously. Like this is not going to be, when Michael Saylor, for anybody who follows Michael Saylor, like, of MicroStrategy, like he gave a talk earlier this year where he essentially said, like, between now and 2034, we are going to enter an era of like essentially like a Bitcoin gold rush, or a Bitcoin rush, if you want to just call it that, where everybody's going to be trying to get as much as they possibly can, because I think by 2034, like literally 1% of the supply will be remaining to be mined. So you'll have 99% of the supply that's already been distributed. And yeah, I mean, the next 1% will come out over the following 110 years or something like that. So I think if the US starts to take it seriously, including like, the legislation that was just put forth by Cynthia Lummis, like other countries are going to start to take notice. I mean, and that's the thing. They already are, right? There was a parliament official from the German government, I believe. I was just watching like a video of her, and she was just saying I know somebody was probably paraphrasing her words because I didn't listen to the video. I was just reading a little commentary underneath. But like the paraphrasing was essentially like, if the US starts, acquiring Bitcoin, it's going to create massive FOMO in the EU. And it's like, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. So, it's just funny because obviously I've been following Bitcoin for, I don't know, 7 years now, 7+ years. And it's like people talked about this stuff way, way back. And it's like one thing to hear people talk about it. It's another thing to like, oh, like we're in it now. Like this is not the end game, but like this is it, right? This is that time period. So I don't know. It's exciting. It is absolutely, absolutely exciting. Bananas, party hardy. What's going on? People have been running numbers, and that guy in League 10 and Soulkeep has won 513,000 SPS so far. You know what? Here's the thing. I congratulate him. I know that's going to be an unpopular take, but I congratulate him because he put in the work, or at least he built a bot that was undetectable, right? Like, anybody could have done that. Anybody could have done that. The cards were available, packs were available. All you had to do was put in the time to actually learn the game. So if he was there by himself and he took advantage, then, great for him. I know that I'm actually in the minority right now, because there's a proposal I just saw to remove rewards from Soulkeep. I don't want to. I don't think that we should. Mainly because it's like we want this game, and I understand why they're gonna do it, and I'll probably eventually get in line. I haven't voted yet, but it's like I don't want to discourage. I don't want to burn a bridge, right? Like, I do think that the game has a tremendous amount of potential, and I don't want like I know the DAO is flexing its muscle right now to say, hey, like they're not listening to us. They're not doing X, Y, and Z. So we'll see what they say in the town hall tomorrow. But like, here's the thing. I get why the DAO is doing it. I'm not even disagreeing with the reasons why the DAO is doing it. Again, I'm not following this stuff very closely. I've been playing the game, but there's something about it that rubs me the wrong way. Okay. It just it's getting counterproductive. To me, it's like burning a bridge in the sense of like, let's have a conversation, which I think is what's happening tomorrow. But the problem is you can't have a conversation between a mob and a person, right? So Clayborn's going to try and do this on behalf of the mob. And the mob has, valid points, and we'll see if that conversation can actually be a productive one. But, I don't disagree that there have been a lot of bugs and a lot of weird things. So, maybe it has to happen. I don't have to like it, but maybe it has to happen. Right. Tails says waste of SPS. Oh, to buy that card. Yeah. Brazen says, now it actually looks the VTC is possible to hit 1 million. I'm not going to be one of those guys that's like on here talking about like, oh, I can't wait for face melting 1 million or $100,000. I mean, like, look, obviously I am incredibly bullish on Bitcoin, but I will say this to your point, and in line with what I've been saying previously, I had very conservative models for this upcoming bull run, just because I figured there was a lot of headwinds, and past returns aren't indicative of future returns, or past performance isn't indicative of future returns. And so it's like, okay, everybody thought we were going to 100,000 last time. We didn't. Everybody thinks we're going to like 250,000 this time. What if we just hit 100K or 150K and then like we top out and that's it? Like, that could be just it. Now, the more that I see a lot of this stuff happening and being discussed, and Bitcoin essentially going mainstream at the sovereign level, right? I don't know that you can rule out anything at this point. And I know the moment I say that, like literally just with it, like there's this knee-jerk reaction, visceral knee-jerk reaction. As soon as I said that, to be like, dude, what are you saying? Like, now is when we should start selling. If I'm saying that, then we should start selling. But I think we're still relatively early on. Obviously, Trump administration hasn't even taken office yet. That won't be for another couple of months. And when they do, it'll take some time to get all the stuff in line. But just the thought that the U.S. government could be, I don't know, 3 to 6 months away from starting to buy Bitcoin or hold Bitcoin in its treasury or corporate reserve, whatever, strategic reserve. I don't know, man. That's wild. Like 2025 could look wild. And not only that, you're going to have like cities and states doing the same thing within the US, not to mention any and all things that could be happening internationally, right? So should be good. G Sammy says, what should I buy with my glint? I mean, dude, I don't know. I gave my strategy a while ago. I buy all of the batch 1 for epics first, then I go with the batch 1s for rares, and then I go with the batch 1s for commons. And generally that's all I've had enough for at this point in time. So, once I get enough epics or max those out, I'll probably stop and start saving up for the legendary draw, since I don't have very many legendary cards. But, aside from that, I don't know. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. Now, the thing is, I did throw a temper tantrum with the game. You can see here in Modern, my win rate has just been abysmal, 75 out of 161. And you can see, like it was this losing streak. I literally went over to Wild and I bought the Wild Pass. I put my energy to 1 or whatever it is. So I only have 1 energy at a time. And I'm like, okay, I need to get away from the game because I hate it right now. I actually legitimately hate playing the game. It's so stupid. So then, of course, my bot makes it to Champion 3 with ease, of all things. So it's like, all right, you know what? I'm getting a good amount of glint. I'm getting about half the SPS that I would in Modern. That's good enough for me, man. I'm sitting on a bag already. I don't need more. And I am appreciative of the fact that I've gotten like an hour of my time back, which is important. Look, 24 battles per day. And let's say on average, the time to make a team and potentially watch the battle is 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. That's an hour right there. That's an hour a day, which I'm saving myself. So efficiency, that's what we're going for. Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. All right, let's see where else we at. Come on, I want to see Bitcoin rip through 80 this weekend. Wouldn't that be wild? Wouldn't that be fun? All right, so Aaron says, I'm very hopeful in regards to the election. Yeah, you know what? I am too. I gotta say that this is probably the most hopeful that I've felt in a very long time. Most kind of like inspired that I've felt. And I know that's gonna rub some people the wrong way, but I'm just living in the reality of the situation. There's a lot of things that I think need to be fixed, and I'm not even trying to get into the politics of it. Obviously, like I'm very focused on like the economic side of things because that impacts everybody, right? And sadly, we don't talk about that as much. It's just like talking points about inflation and all this. But you see Ron Paul wanting to get involved around like talking about the Fed and talking about like the future of the currency and all that. It's just like, man, this is crazy. This is awesome, actually, in many ways. So yeah, I mean, that could actually be bad for Bitcoin, right? I remember if you guys are familiar with Saifedean, I think I heard him say once, it's just like, what's the biggest threat to Bitcoin? And he said something along the lines of like fiscally responsible governments. And so he's like, that's the biggest threat to Bitcoin. And all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're in a position now where I don't know. I mean, we could fix a lot of things. I don't think we fix everything. 36 trillion in debt is not great. And to be fair, during Trump's last term, and again, through everybody's term, including Trump's is what I'm saying, you had debt levels just rising and rising and rising. So I don't know that that's necessarily going to be solved. But if they don't solve that, but at least start to incorporate some kind of like Bitcoin strategy with this reserve and everything, like Bitcoin isn't going away at this point. At least I don't believe so. And at the same time, I don't think that we're returning, like the US dollar isn't going to be returning to hard money and getting backed by gold or something like that. So there will be a space for it. It's just, we'll see how it plays out. Aaron says removing rewards from SoulKeep, that's like ruins the point of it. That's wild. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I don't want to become antagonistic with games that are trying to build within the ecosystem. I just figure it sets a bad precedent for anybody that might want to do that in the future. If anything, like we saw that already kind of like with the Wolf game, or yeah, I think it was Wolf that was trying to make it. And granted, like that was a different situation where he was asking for money to get the game up and running, right? And people can vote against that. I'm not shaming their vote. It's just like, oh, there was somebody that was trying to build, and we didn't welcome them, right, with open arms. Now here's somebody that has acquired the game that they helped to build, and it's like, but you're not doing it well enough for us, so we're just gonna pull the rewards like that. Like, if that is how easy it can be, I'll be honest with you. Like, I've toyed around with the idea of like, oh, I should just collaborate with some people and start to like make a game within the ecosystem. Yeah, I don't think I would ever want to do that. And I know it's just like a passing fancy, but days like today, proposals like the ones that's live, it's like, yeah, like everything could just be ripped out from under you. Right? So that's one of the risks there, and we're seeing it. Tails says SPS DAO needs to grow a pair like Hive did. Oh, fair enough. So Tails on the other side of that. Aaron says peace talks to Ukraine already, and he's not in office. Yeah, I know somebody listed out like all the different things. Like there's like ceasefire talks everywhere. Everybody's wanting to be friends now. Like, good. Here's the thing. It's just like, I don't want to get political, so I'm not trying to get political. It's just, if we're able to like take the rhetoric down around the world and stop letting like people die and be all antagonistic, that should be a good thing. That should be like a win all around, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure people will be on the other side of that. All right. G Sammy says, how to level up cards. Whoa, my friend, let me show you. So when you go to your collection, because this is one of the things, I'm glad that you asked, and I'm not trying to call you out here. Like this should be a relatively basic thing, but like, if you haven't come across it yet, that shows that there's a gap somewhere. So for example, here, I'm going to go to my Rebellion reward cards, and you can see like I have 6 of these cards, right? So I want to go through and combine them. So you can select whichever ones you want. I'm just going to select all. And then there's a little plus button here to combine cards. So you can see right now there's 39 BCX. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there should be 44 BCX after this is all said and done. Another thing too, you'll see here, to get to the next level, I only need 1 BCX, right? So 14 out of 15 to get to level 5. So I'll be at level 5 plus some change afterwards, as long as this decides to cooperate. And there it is. Level 5, 44 BCX. Next level, I'm 4 cards out of 20 on my way there. So hopefully that was helpful. Vilson's in the house. Dude, what time is it over by you, Vilson? It's got to be pretty late. Oh, and Clement's here too? Clement, it's been so long. How are you doing these days? I'm doing well, my friend. How are you? I know you're on the other side of the world too, or at least a couple hours ahead of us. Vilson says about to go to sleep, and I see this live. Oh, thanks for stopping by, man. Ankh, what's going on? Ankh, how come you're not welcoming Heloise to the family? I want to see you put in a 2.5 million DEC bid. What's going on, man? That could have been yours yesterday for 1.4 million. Could have been yours today for 1.1 million. And it can be yours tomorrow for 2.5 million. Come on, man. You can do it. We need to lock up this DEC. All right. Sorry, I'm bringing it there. No, Aaron, you're fine. I mean, look, I'm not... it's just, politics is just such a weirdly charged thing. And it's like, I don't know. I've been like independent, we'll call it. I don't know, for the last like decade plus at this point. I just want to see stuff get done. And it's frustrating when like you have two sides that are just like playing, I don't know, footsie with each other. So I'm hopeful that the administration that's in now will be able to do things. And here's the thing. Had they not won, I would have been at least hopeful that the other side would have been doing something good. I mean, I may fundamentally disagree with things, but I would have wanted them to, you know, make the country a better place. But here we are. So I think, so let me put it this way. Like I was saying earlier, I am hopeful, and I do think that there will be a tremendous amount of opportunity. At least I get optimistic about that stuff, right? So for a long time, it felt like we were pushing so much of the innovation outside of the US, which was frustrating, especially when it came to crypto. And as somebody who, you know, was born and raised here, I don't want to move somewhere else because there's a better opportunity there. Like there's opportunities here. They should be here. People should still be coming here for that opportunity. I don't want to get political, but MAGA and not even American, Bilson. But I love to see you all having positive vibes. I mean, hey, look, hopefully it'll be good for the world. I don't know. You're going for the gold fall. I think we did talk about this. Okay. Wait, have you know what? No, I don't want to give away your secret. I was going to ask what your limit was, like how much you're willing to pay for it. But maybe that number is too high for us to even count. Wilson says, almost 1 a.m. and I work in the morning, LOL, last 2 days. Damn, dude, what are you still doing up? I mean, well, thanks for being here, but that's awesome. Sleep's important too. Blockchain Products asking, has your YouTube stats grown recently? You know, they haven't. It's been quite stagnant. There was a period of time, I want to say over the summer, and I think I even made a video probably around that time, where it felt like I was starting to experience growth. But I just was looking at some of the numbers earlier today, and like subscribers are kind of flat. And I don't know, I mean, I've still been somewhat active on this, but I don't know. I think that there's a heavy focus right now on a lot of the macro. So, you know, once that settles down, sorry, when I say macro, I'm talking like Bitcoin, right? I've been talking about Bitcoin dominance for a while. Right now, we're so tiny. It's a $13-14 million market cap. It's a micro cap coin. Like nobody's going to be looking our way. We have not started any kind of marketing. We have not released any new features. All we're doing is selling more expensive cards to our user base. And that's literally the second half of the year strategy at this point, which if you're frustrated with the game for that reason, I feel you. I feel you very much. That sounded weird when I said it out loud, but I definitely, I definitely understand where you are coming from, because it's like July through the end of the year. What major things has there been outside of the unlocking of soulbound cards, both Chaos Legion and then Rebelling, which is the current one in set? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go back to July and see and figure out if there was anything that was launched in July, because I don't remember. I know the Wild Pass came out in June, and that was actually a major shift, right? And then all the other, like, you know, ranked reward changes or rank changes, reward changes, all that stuff came out in like March, April, May timeframe. But in the second half of the year, we got the unlocking. We got the unlocking. We got the see, this was the team changing things, but based on the proposal, right? We got the streamlining of vouchers, which was good because I think that stopped the drag on DEC and ultimately SPS. And we got the voucher promo, so that was cool. But like outside of that, it's just been promo cards, right? So it's Hall of Legends promos in September, October, November, December. Now you get this auction promo, and we're in November. Glamour has they already said that's coming next year. Land is coming next year. Mobile, whatever, I don't think that's coming this year. And then hardcore mode, which is just a big question mark. So yeah, no new features. I mean, sure, we got some rule sets and small quality of life updates. So I'm not trying to be like overly negative just to be negative. All I'm saying is that there's nothing to be excited about. There's not like major launch outside of like some promo cards in the second half of the year, which will be interesting because it feels like they're stacking things for Q1, right? Hardcore mode, land, Glamour. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what's happening with Glamour. Like, that's going to be a weird thing. Hardcore mode, Glamour, land, mobile friendly, all that stuff they want to do within 3 months so that they can get Conclave Arcana, which would be item number 5 by April. But really, Conclave Arcana presale will probably be in March. Because if they go for a month, then yeah. Oh boy, Ankh is going to pay 10K for that gold foil. Let's freaking go. All right, I was out for a drink. Ooh, how was that, Vilson? Just came home. But like I said, Sunday is my last day of my second job, so YOLO. Let's go, man. All right, going to go in a few, though. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it, and I hope work isn't too crazy for you. And congrats on your upcoming last day at your second job. You know what that means? That means that accumulation phase is over. It's time to ride the bull run now. It's time to stop buying and start selling as we go higher and higher. And Vilson is now prepared for that. All right, let's see. Gonna head back over here. Trying to see where the price of Bitcoin is. 76. It's just funny. Like 2 months ago, we were chopping at like the 58K range. Now we're chopping, and then a month ago we were chopping in like the 65K range, 68K range. Now we're in this like 75, 76, 77K range. Like, what if we just kind of like, shout out to Dr. Jeff Ross. What if we just kind of bull crab our way up? In December, it's like 80, 85. January, 90, 95. But like, it just goes up forever. There's no massive shifts anymore. There's no downward shifts. There's no upward shifts. It's just slow and steady wins the race. We're getting close to 1.6 billion in supply. That'll be a day or a moment. Ooh, check this out. We are about to go below 1 million tonight, or at least sometime by the time I check tomorrow. We're going to burn through the rest of this, whatever 10 million is. Whoa, but somebody bought some packs. 906 plus 59. Yeah, so somebody bought maybe 1,000 or so packs. 1,500 packs. Okay. But now that we're going to be below the 900 range, or sorry, the 1 million range, in the 900,000 range, when does FOMO pick up? If at all. I think too many people are going to wait for Conclave Arcana. Including potentially yours truly. Vilson, LMAO. All right, Banana says, I bought 16 packs. Woo! Haha, I had some crazy luck in some of them, though. Oh, did you open up a gold foil tofu? I don't even know. How much would that thing go for right now? How much would you be able to sell it for? Let's see. Let's see where these gold foil rebellion cards are at. That's what I want to know. $350. Okay. Interesting. The cheapest one's going for 33. Oh, this guy must suck. All these guys must suck. Zebajin, Barashkukor. That's wild. Oh, no, man. Okay. I'm already falling asleep. Damn, it's like 4 p.m. here. I don't know what it is. I'm just always sleepy now. Can't get enough caffeine these days. I mean, I stopped drinking caffeine, so that's probably my issue. All right. Garnolf says, got a gold foil tofu with only 2 guaranteed. Wow. Congratulations, man. That's huge. Did you keep it or sell it? Those cheap cards are not that bad. They're just not selling now. This could get interesting. Let's see. So I want to take a look at honestly, the only thing that I have any interest in are summoners. Tofu keeps going up, $52. Actually, no, I guess it came down. It was like 68 the other day. Either way, that's an expensive card. Avina's back under $1. Banana says, no, I didn't get any Tofus, but I did get a Cryptic, 2 Vengas, a Nidhogger, and 2 Rages in 12 packs. Yo, that's some crazy crazy legendary luck. Garnell says, Keeper, way too good in gold foil tournaments. Oh, that's a great point. You must be dominating the bronze and silver gold foil tournaments, maybe even the gold ones. Like gold level or gold league. Is this guy any good? Underboss Fabino. Actually, you know what summoners I think we're going to need to get? I mean, if you want to be able to play Little League, you can only play with these summoners when the next thing rolls around. Dude, Nomos must be so bad. 21 cents for this fool? EMP is pretty good. I got beat by EMP earlier today. That was not nice. But it's the cheapest one. Wow. No one is good if you have the only magic rule set or you're playing in bronze. Okay. That's a good thought right there. All right, dude. Wilson, have a good one. Good luck at work. Catch you later, man. All right. Vlogging says I sold EMP Summoner because I never use it and almost never saw anyone else using it. Yeah, I don't see it often, but it did. I feel like I played it recently and it beat me. I think. I don't know. I did beat a level 3 Tofu, so that always makes me feel good. Was there an EMP somewhere here? Oh, lost to this Tofu. Well, hold on. This is wild. So this is what the bot has been playing. Although I've jumped in for some battles here and there. Yeah, see, here was EMP. I mean, I also just put together a garbage team. But you can see, so at my level here, which is, Diamond 3, and I was able to make it into Diamond 2, I think, before I went on this losing streak. It's still mostly Chaos Legion Summoners. But, that's the thing. It's mostly Chaos Legion Summoners because that's all that's available. Like, that makes up 80% of the card base, including the old cards. It's a lot. See, Atlanta. All right, why not? Just hasn't a use case yet at all for Nomos. I wonder if Nomos will be better next iteration of modern format. But here's the thing. Like, if Nomos was good, then his price would be... Okay. Let's put it this way. Nomos is not good because you can play Nomos in Wild as well, and people have now found a use case for him. Like, there's very few situations in which you would choose him. I would say that the only situations in which he would be good, or we'll call him perfect, niche specific, is a magic only with fire only. That can make sense. But if it's like fire and something else, sometimes you just want to go with something else. Garnup says, what is a good anti-tofu strategy playing maxed? Bro, I don't know. I struggle with tofu. Let's see. I did play this one in Wild where I beat him, but it was a level difference. Granted, not all my cards are maxed out, so like my Archimist wasn't maxed out, and I specifically made sure to I think it was like an opportunity, equal opportunity. Yeah, so I paired this dude with the Resurrect, and that was great. But yeah, on the whole, I don't know, man. I don't know that there's a good tofu strategy right now, or anti-tofu strategy, I should say. But this ended up being a rather solid battle. I was quite happy with it. I mean, I'll take a win anytime, but a win over tofu, even if they're a level lower, is always welcome in my book. And I'll say that their team wasn't even that well crafted. I mean, I know what they were trying to go for, but I don't know. I felt like there were better options. But it is what it is. It was a rather definitive win, but I think this goes to show, and I have been beat by some tofus in the past, or like level 3 tofus, but I think it goes to show that, you know, there is that your cards are actually, like, higher level cards are just better no matter what. Yay, 5.4 SPS. That was awesome. Yo, Canada, what's going on? Canada 804 in the house. The only time I played Noah's was Magic only match with no Earth. That one time. That's what I'm talking about. I often know Tofu will be coming and I lose anyways. I don't know that there's any way to prepare for him right now. It's just got a lot of... Just there's a lot of different ways it can beat you. You want to see some good tofu antidote? Look at my battles. I lose with it all the time. That's funny. All right, the rare death summoner may be in certain battles. Oh, is that Rekla? You know where I have seen Rekla come in handy? I've had some like Thorns matches or Magic Reflect matches or Return Fire matches, and then somebody uses Rekla and all of a sudden their cards become immune, right? And it's like, oh, that's kind of an interesting strategy, because all of a sudden you're able to like put cards that would have had a disadvantage in with their full advantage, and that has actually been impressive. Again, that's happened maybe once or twice. It's not all the time. Yeah, Rekla. Hold on, what was I doing here? Okay. So, let's jump into a battle. So, I don't even want to play Modern anymore. I don't know why. I mean, it's funny because like I'll play these battles in Wild and then I lose also. So it's just like I'm the key here. Oh, see, we were just talking about this. So, what what I like about Wild is that I get access to this dude again. I bought a 1 BCX of Mushroom Seer a while back for this purpose, literally for this rule set. Yeah, let's do that. I want to go heavy on the, yep, that. 7, 6, 5. Let's do 6. Huh. Okay, dokes. Let's see what happens now. I didn't put in my girl, the other, the 3-mana Rebellion one. But let's see if we can reduce their attacks to essentially mean nothing. Oh, damn it. They have this person. Okay, so actually this is interesting because, like, that's the only attack that they can do. This 3 damage. Everything else, I believe, is mitigated. And there's no poison on the other side. So I just need to take care of business like ASAP. Oh my god, I lose Dr. Blight, so game over. Dude, what is it with this game, man? I feel like it's had it out for me every time. Every time it just takes away like my one weapon. Oh god, I hate this so much. Unbelievable. Let's do one more, and you guys can see my luck. I mean, maybe my team was awful, but that was pure RNG just giving it to me, and I did not like it. Bro, I don't even know what are we doing here. I'm just gonna cheat. I'm just gonna go straight with what's that called? I'm just using gladiators because gladiators feel like cheating. We don't have my, oh my god. See, like what is this, man? What am I doing? You know, I'm gonna change. I don't even want to play the game anymore. Like, I literally am done. I'm done playing this game. Happily. I thought for many years it was going to be what's that called? Back to basics, but it ended up being something much simpler. I suck at the game. So I'm literally turning my energy completely off now because I don't like, every time I check my computer, I don't even want to see energy there. So I'm going full tantrum mode right now. All right, it's adjusted. I'm never playing this game again. I can't wait until SPS spikes. I'm gonna dump on all you fools and peace the F out. See you later. All right, Tails says time to play some parallel tournaments. Yo, did I see you jump into a stream earlier? Playing some parallel? How's the new season, by the way? Silent Necrosis. Yes, full tantrum indeed. Dude, I haven't won. It's just, I'm not winning. Like, I cannot seem to win outside of, like, if I play underlevel cards. So I'm just going to let the bots farm for me. And, you know, we'll come back next year and see what happens. And, oh, I guess I have to do guild stuff. Nah, I'm not even going to do guild stuff. Dude, Darkest Knight's not even playing in our guild anymore. I mean, it's his guild. I haven't been doing anything. The guild has completely died, which is kind of sad. I don't want to abandon it, but there's a part of me that's like, there's nothing going on in this guild right now. Let's see, guild brawls. How did I do in the last one? I put everything in like the last however many minutes. Oh, I went 5-3. Okay. 4-3 technically, because somebody fled. I'm just curious to see how my teams did. Did I win this one? I didn't even go with a... I don't think there's any way that I won this. What was I even thinking with this team? Yeah, there's no way that I won. This is extreme control here. Well done. Okay, well that sucked. You know what? I don't even want to watch these games anymore. I think we're gonna do something else besides Splinterlands. We'll just watch Bitcoin continue to chop around for the next 3 months. Banana says, oh, hold on. Tails says, yeah, going well. Should hit diamond in a few more games. Nice. Congrats, man. Hope the bonds are playing out well for you. Banana says, you just have to take a break when it frustrates you. I'm back to playing manually after a long time off. But when you're not having fun, just stop. Yeah, it hasn't been fun this season. This season's just been awful. And I think, so let me put a little silver lining on this. I think it's because many people are going and renting out Rebellion cards. Again, anecdotally, I don't even know that I'm running into more Rebellion cards than I normally would. But I'm just thinking to myself, like the competition seems to have grown, which is good for the game, right? I mean, you want people to be using these Rebellion cards. And I'm not, obviously, right? I'm not buying, I'm not renting, so maybe everybody's just passing me up. Come to our guild. What guild are you in, Ankh? Just out of curiosity. Vanessa, I played Sonic Spinball every day in 1993, but now I never play. There's a lot of games I played back in the day. Oh, you know what I have? You know what'd be fun, actually? I'm going to see if I can set it up. I should be able to set it up here. I have one of those Sega Genesis emulators. I mean, it was like it's like an official one where they sold it, but it's like comes preloaded. It looks like the old Sega Genesis, has like 50 games on it. It'd be fun to just come in and like play stupid little Sega games with you guys, and watch Bitcoin go up and down for a stream. Let me know if you guys want to watch that. All right, vlogging says the guild where I'm in also recently completely died. No one even wants to contribute anything to anything anymore. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, man. Like, guilds just, they needed a little love, but you know what? It's not even that. The game lost a lot of players, and I mean, obviously, Darkest Night's been pretty much not with the game for, I don't know. He kind of lost interest like a year and a half ago at this point, almost. So it's been a rough go. Like I've forgotten to do my brawls the last 3 cycles. I barely remember this last one just because like, nobody talks. People just show up. It's a nice way to get like what? It's like 20 SPS. It's not even worthwhile. Have had plenty of days like that myself. All right, so you guys know the struggle. Oh, Ankh is on Twitch. How many people do we have on Twitch? We got 3 on Twitch and 17 on YouTube. Thanks for being here, guys. So Bennett says, I'm personally renting Rebellion cards. See, there you go. That's great. No, it's here. That's funny. Iron Faith with Tails. Ooh, nice. Yeah, stream that. Rukawa, what's going on? K Rukawa, let's go. Good to see you guys here. All right, I'll set it up and see. See how the thing goes. I have a capture card, which I haven't used in a minute. I think it would work. It should work. We'll figure it out. Oh man, but yeah. So I guess I need some new games because I'm tired of this one. I think I'm finally tired of it. Did you guys just witness this on stream? That might have been it. For 3 years, I've been playing this game almost daily. And I think I had it up to there. So it's time we move on to bigger and better, like Sega games. Yeah, Parallel is something I've been wanting to jump into, but you know, to be honest, like I was thinking about it earlier today. I know that this is going to be a controversial take, but I appreciate the fact that Splinterlands allows me to bot my account. I think one of the reasons like I'm not as engaged with the Parallel ecosystem is because I can't bot my account there, and playing however many games per day is just not feasible. Like as fun as it is and as fun as it would be, it's just not feasible. Which is why like for Parallel, I'm not even excited about like the card game. Like that's cool, and they did a fantastic job with it. It's fun to play, and if you're into that stuff and want to grind, you absolutely can. I'm more excited about Parallel Colony. That's what made me go all in on the token and the ecosystem, because that in a way is kind of what botting your account is like. You're literally playing with a bot, right? You have your avatar and it goes around and it does things, and you can like, it's like The Sims. Like you just suggest that it go do things, and then you come in and check on it and see how it is. Like, you know, there's no like major time commitment with it, and there's no like major whatever. It's just like, oh, this is kind of cool and entertaining. And the fun thing will be like, I mean, they'll be playing with real money, right? This will be on the Solana blockchain, and you can probably like load some stuff into your wallet and just be like, hey, you know what little bot, why don't you go, my little avatar, like, why don't you go start a business, right? Why don't you go work in the mines and like start a side business or a side hustle? And then you come back like 2 days later, and all of a sudden, like, your wallet's filled with a bunch of prime, because he went through and hustled everybody and started, you know, Amazon on the colony. I know that's an extreme example, but it's just something like that would be fun and exciting to kind of follow along. And what's interesting is, like, in all the interviews, he talks about that too. Where it's just like, as you, well, it's maybe not like as you get older, but he talks about the fact that like the culture of watching other people play games is something that has risen dramatically, right? With Twitch and obviously now all the different streaming services. But, you know, it used to be something where I remember when I was a kid, I would be playing a video game and my brother would just sit right next to me and watch, right? He wouldn't play at all, but he'd be just as into it as I was watching me play the game. And it's like, oh, okay, that's why Twitch took off, right? That's why Twitch and game streams and all this stuff, that's why it took off. Because you get to see other people, primarily like people who are either good or entertaining at a game, right? Play, and it's just entertaining for you. And so, in that way, they're looking at Parallel through the same lens, where it's like this bot is playing for you, as Tails put here, right? It's a pet that doesn't require a vet and can have a job that makes crypto. Exactly. Like, it just, like, there's this artificial being that goes and participates in this game environment and ecosystem, and you have some influence over it, but not a lot. It's about developing a relationship with it, right? And we've heard some like crazy stuff out of the Parallel team regarding like the things that have happened. Like the thing that blew my mind, this is probably what got me to buy into it. Okay. And I know if you've heard the story before, then I apologize. I know I'm regurgitating it, but it still blows my mind to this day, because I learned about it a year ago. That's that's when I found out about this stuff, and then, you know, bought in to Prime earlier this year. It was this story of, like, you know, they were doing it in a small test environment, just test server. I don't know, it was like 15 or 20 avatars, something like that. So, you know, everybody's just like interacting with one another. And like one dude had his avatar and they were not getting along. Like, he kept trying to get the avatar to go and be like, dude, go and work at the mines. Why are you not listening to me? Go and work at the mines. So much so to the point that the avatar started ignoring him, right? And everybody on the team got really confused, like, well, what's going on here? Started ignoring him, and then he kept on badgering and saying, hey, why aren't you listening to me? Go and work in the mines. I'm telling you to go work in the mines. But whatever it was, right? And so then the AI goes and checks itself into the doctor and tells the doctor they went through and like read the code, right, of like what the conversations were. And so this AI checks into the AI doctor, right, the environment doctor, and says, I'm hearing voices in my head. Doctor, can you help me? Which is wild. Absolutely wild. Because that's exactly what's happening. He's hearing this voice in his head that keeps telling him to go work in the mines. He started ignoring it, and now he's going to seek psychiatric help for, I don't know. That when I saw that, or when I read that, or when I heard that in the video interview, I was like, okay, I don't know what this game is, but I want in. Whatever they're doing, this is wild. Like this, you know, they've created this artificial intelligence that lives inside this simulation, and they're trying to interact with it. And now this thing is thinking like, God is speaking to me, right? There's a voice in my head telling me to do something. I don't know. It's just wild. So I'm looking forward to that. The trailer came out. It's obviously coming out sometime next year, and I still don't have an avatar, but I've been toying with it. I think I missed my opportunity though, because ETH is starting to take off now. So I'm wondering if the ETH bottom is in. We're up to 2,900 now. And if I don't get, I'll be honest, if I don't get a parallel avatar, I'm not gonna cry you guys a river. It's not necessarily cheap, and there will be a free to play version of it. So I might just jump in on that. I don't want to trade. Like at this point, I would have to take other capital and apply it there, which I don't even know where I would get that from. Everything's going to Bitcoin right now. The only other thing that I could do is sell my Prime position, but Prime has been doing awful. Man, I was like super happy with it earlier this year, and now it's down to $7.27. Not great. Look at that. It literally did an 80% retracement within this year, within this bull run. Tails says, "LOL, aren't we all living in a simulation?" Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it funny. Oh, well, okay. And I know this part isn't funny, but it's just like, you hear those stories about people who like commit like major crimes or murder or something, and they're just like, the voices in my head told me to do it. Like, that's messed up, right? But it's crazy to see that play out with an artificial simulation, artificially intelligent simulation as well. I don't know, something about it was just like, oh, this feels like real in a way, right? Or like real enough that it's something that you can engage with and just, I don't know, be a part of. So Vlog says, some years ago, one of my favorite entertainment was watching YouTubers suck at Souls games and raging. Yeah, see, like I used to stream Fortnite a lot on Twitch back in the day, maybe like 3-4 years ago, and I was terrible at the game, but I don't know, a bunch of kids started like watching, and then I started playing with them, and then all they would do was like, it was nice because like they would come hang out on stream with me, right? And then we'd like jump into games together, and I sucked compared to all of them, right? They're all savants at this game. so whenever I get a kill, I would just start talking shit, and then it would get even funnier. All right, Bolts says, "Sup fellas, good to see you, Bolts. Sentiment and outlook has gotten better since the spring. Not financial advice." Are you talking about for Parallel, right? Yeah, I mean, this, like, when, and I say this with some definitive optimism, right? When things start to really take off for alt season, we've already seen the winners. We've already seen the games that did really well. Parallel was up there, Prime was up there, Illuvium was up there, and that Parallel is working on a bunch of things for next year, right? They obviously, well, Aftermath's coming out, I think, later this year. Then they have 2 games that they're trying to launch next year, one of which is Parallel Colony, and the other one's the Tau Ceti, the third-person shooter, which, I don't know how that's going to compare to something like Off the Grid. Off the Grid feels and looks really good, so they might have some, stiff competition. But I hope that they can bring some competition to the space as well in that kind of third-person shooter space. Banana says, "Remember the guy on Hive who had left auto comments all the time accusing other Hive people of voice to skull harassment?" Nope. I have no idea what you're talking about. Bolt says, "Going to be live stream in Spanish this Sunday morning. Woo. There's a big fan base in Espanol." Wait, what are you watching on Sunday morning? Oh, you do it after sound? Wait, what are we talking about? What am I streaming in Spanish? Hold on, guys. Let me grab some. I want to hang out for a little bit longer, so let me grab some water. I'll be right back, okay? Give me 30 seconds. Okay, and we're back. So Tail says, Tau Steady is an outsourced project using parallel 3D assets. No real cost of the project is upside for brand, IP, and ecosystem. Oh, isn't that nice when you can get other people to do the work for you? Yeah. I mean, I like those kind of games, even though I suck at them. So I'm looking forward to it. I just think I'm going to need that PS3 if I really want to be able to play Off the Grid. Otherwise, I'm screwed, man. I'm screwed. But yeah. What else is going on? Let's see, where's Bitcoin at? Let's check on my phone real quick. 76.4, 76.5. MicroStrategy closed at 270 this afternoon. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Canada says still can't play Off the Grid after recent optimizations. You know, I haven't jumped in a bit, so I'll have to give it another try. Were these like very recent optimizations, like in the last 2 weeks? Because that might have been the time frame that I'm thinking of. Oops. Oh, SPS went up though. Question for you guys, and I know I've been somewhat bearish on it, but considering where things are at right now and where things might potentially be going, do you think we hit SPS at a penny before the end of the year? December 31st. So I'm talking about like 1 3/4 of a month, 50 days ish. I'm hoping that we do. I'm still hoping that we can get to that 1.2 cents, but I don't know if there's anything driving the flywheel right now. So any and all SPS gains would have to be purely speculative, with, you know, Bitcoin probably having to reach, I don't know. That's the other question for you guys. What does Bitcoin have to reach in order for SPS to hit a penny? Because let's say the flywheel was activated. We could do it on our own, right? Let's say it was like a mini set or something coming out next month, but there's not. So I feel like we're just relying on general market sentiment pushing things up. Tail says yes. All right. Canada, yes, definitely within the past week or two. Okay, I'll check it out again. I can see SPS hitting a penny before the end of the year. Yes to a penny by the end of November. Blockchain projects. Let's go. All right, you guys are really feeling the new the election results, huh? New administration's coming in. Market go up. Indeed. I wonder if we're going to start to see some interesting stuff by Thanksgiving here in the US, because the meme is always like over the holidays, you know, something gets buzzing. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin and crypto and whatever. And then like after the holidays, things just really start to take off. And I know we can only look at like 2016, 2017, and 2020 for those. But still, those were enough, right? 2016, you know, the year of the halving, things just kind of popped off. I would say I include 2017 in that as well, just because I forgot when Bitcoin topped out. But I think it might have been, if Bitcoin didn't top out, there was like an alt season that topped out in like January of 2018. So that holiday season, which we're approaching now. And then of course in 2020, I remember because I was trying so hard. You guys don't understand. I was trying so hard to orange pill my parents in December of 2020. I remember like multiple conversations with them because again, like here's the thing, like what I like about Bitcoiners is that they're directionally right, like the Bitcoin maxis, which is why I listen to so much of the content. Like they're directionally correct. Sometimes they just get the timing off. But one of the things that they were super right on is in late 2020, right? And this is all with like the Michael Saylor talking about, you know, putting Bitcoin in his balance sheet, that kind of spurred the whole conversation. But they were all talking about inflation in 2020. And it wasn't until 2021, right, that we started seeing inflation really get hot. And I think it topped out at like 9% in Q3 or something like that. And then they realized they had to turn off the money printers and raise interest rates. So I remember Bitcoin being around like 11, 12K, and I was trying to orange pill my parents, and I was like, this is the time. Do it. Grab some. You should, for your own like retirement and just whatever. And of course they didn't listen, but it's okay. I have since orange pilled them, so but I like to give my dad a hard time, because I'm like, remember when I told you to buy some Bitcoin at like 12K? And that was that. All right. Where are we at? I'm going to go and check the auctions. You know, the thing with the auctions is, for the most part, it's kind of boring. I thought there'd be more fireworks, even though I expected the fireworks only to be towards the end. But even still, you look at the past winners here, and Vet, like, it was only him in the last minute that put something in. Which is crazy for Blazo Blaz, because that's like 20,000 DEC. I mean, at that point, wouldn't you want to be watching and making sure? Let's see where we at. All right, so Tide Pod Oreos is still the one. Okay. Interesting indeed. Let's open some cards, because I want to see where I'm at on that. Or yeah, open some card draws. So let's go to Sold on Card Monitor. I have a good amount of glint. I can't get everything that I need. Okay, so my commons are at 56%. Let's just finish the commons, because I think that's like 3,000 glint. 200, yeah. So this is half a batch size. Actually, I don't really care about this. Let's hit skip. What I want to see is the numbers and how they might change here. All right, so 56% and 16% on the gold foil. So I'm going to hit refresh. And we are now at 60. Check that out. So each season, I'm getting roughly 8%. Again, roughly 8%. So that comes out about right. I mean, we were anticipating it'll be... So what does that make it, like 12 seasons-ish? Yeah, 11 to 12 seasons that you'd be able to max out your commons. Again, just from a pure BCX standpoint. Now it's the others that I need to focus in on. It's crazy that rares are lagging so much, like even behind epics. But I wonder what happens once I max this out. I think it's, oh yeah, 75,000. All right, well, we still have a ways to go on that. To work my way up, but we still got like almost half the season. So Vlogging said, when or if I decide to buy Heloise, I will bid the last minute too. I mean, the last minute is the only minute that matters. If you wanted Heloise, I don't know why you would bid early, unless you were just trying to flex your position and hope that people don't go for it, which fair enough. The first day we saw Housewife win that, right? But the second day, we saw two incremental 20,000 DEC increases, right? There's one for 1010, one for 1030, one for 10, and the winner was 1050. So when's the next one end? Let's see how many hours. I don't know if I'll be, I mean, I want to stream tomorrow, so 21 hours and 40 minutes. 40 minutes is 6 p.m. my time. And then 21 hours. Okay. Oh, it's 3 p.m. Oh, okay. Actually, first day was 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Okay. The thing is, I mean, we don't seem, I'll be honest, we don't seem to be burning too much in terms of like DEC. Actually, 3 million is not bad. But we're not locking that much up. I mean, it was like, what, 30-ish, 40-ish million DEC only for the Hollow Legends Phase 3. And now we're at like 1 million DEC a day. We're getting locked up for the auction promo. And then, of course, there's some Rebellion pack purchases, but that's it. Oh, but check this out. Look at the pack price on Hive Engine. It is officially cheaper to go to the store. That's a good sign. Oh my gosh, Rift Watcher packs are 86 cents? Yo, come on, for real? Like, I can understand Chaos Legion being like under $1 and under like 31 cents. But this is just sad. These cards are still quite scarce. These have no value, huh? I mean, what's funny is they have like a high estimated value, but I don't know. That's crazy. So Blockchain, if you had $1,000 to drop on alts, what would you get? Not financial advice. That's a good question. And no, none of this is financial advice, but I am curious. Like the thing is, what is this $1,000? Like, is this like hard-earned capital that, you know, you just want to grow and make sure that it is worth more tomorrow than it is today? Or is this like your degen bag that you could lose it, but you could also do 100x on it? Because that all depends on the kind of alts then, right? I'll tell you right off the bat, I don't follow meme coins, so I don't know what's going on with any of those. And I again, none of this is like financial advice. I'm not recommending anything. I don't know anything about meme coins, so I wouldn't be jumping into them. That's not to say that they won't make tremendous amount of money for some people. I mean, I like the gaming niche. I like AI. I've heard a lot of good things about DPIN, but I've only heard of like 1 or 2 projects out there. So, okay, you said it's play money. So if it's play money, then, you know, you could probably get a little bit more. You're probably a little bit more risk averse, right? So let's see. Artificial. What is going on here? Intelligence. Oh, there's no AI. Wow, they don't have artificial intelligence here. Okay, well, that's fine. We can just do gaming. At which point, I would say... Well, here, I know this is going to be kind of wild, right? But, like, if you look at SPS, for example... Again, not that I can guarantee anything or about anything, but it's like, I just can't see it being under a penny. And I think even like in euphoric mode, the lowest we go is like 5 to 10 cents, which is like a 5 to 10x from here. So that's not terrible. But but obviously you're not coming here asking me about Splinterlands. So Prime is an ecosystem that I really like. There's a lot of Prime that's locked up in the I think it's the Wayfinder thing right now. So it's all being staked there. And they got some cool stuff coming out next year. I think I've said it before, but I do own some Superverse. Again, I'm not even following what's happening there. I appreciate Elio Trades' videos. I'll check those out from time to time. And he seems influential in the space. So like a project that he's tied to, I think would do well. Let's see what else. So there's Prime. Like here's the thing with Prime, for example. Prime already hit like $30, which means you know that if we go into like massive bull market mode, like I don't want to say $30 is guaranteed, but we already hit it, right? So like you think about the fact that $30 is a 4x from here, that would put it at $1 billion market cap. Now, the thing is, Axie Infinity, Gala Games, those were all in like the $4 to $7 billion market caps. So, you know, when people talk about Prime reaching, you know, $111, I'm like, okay, I can see that. Like maybe euphoric bull run, whatever, and probably we don't quite hit it. Maybe we get to like $100 and then everybody starts selling off because they, you know, it's a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. So Prime is something that obviously I'm holding on for a bit. Illuvium would be another one. Like here's the thing, Illuvium, they ran their marketing, and Tails will say this better, right? Because he brought up a good point last time we were talking about like they spent so much money on marketing and weren't able to bring in players. Well, when the tables turn, when the tides turn, and you do have people that are actively seeking to engage with and invest in games, you know, they have the capacity to pull those players in, and the game to potentially offer that. So yeah, within gaming, that would be cool. I mean, there's a lot of other things that like I follow here, like Carrot. I don't own any Carrot, but I've heard a lot of good things. I played the game. I actually still have it. My Pet Hooligan. Other than that, for games, I don't know. Probably wouldn't have anything else for games. Let me see if there's anything else that I would. If you want to be a little bit safer, I mean, I think Solana is going to do well. I mean, it already is doing well. You know, there's talk about it potentially flipping Ethereum, which I don't know. I mean, the community on Solana is good. Even if they don't flip Ethereum, I think the market cap will be significantly higher in the future than it is now. So obviously that's a safe bet. Avalanche has Off the Grid on it. So, you know, for that reason alone, and they're known as a gaming chain, and they might have one of the top, I mean, at the moment they do have the top game on there. So that might be worth taking a look at. But I know these are all like top 20 projects. Trying to see if there's anything else in like the top 100 that speaks to me. There's way too many. There are way too many of these meme coins out here. I thought all this stuff would get washed away, and it has not. No, all right, let's just go to the next 100. Just out of my own personal curiosity. I mean, the truth is, I'm just not following as many projects. Here, actually, you know what might be better? I kind of want to check my phone. because I have a Coinbase on here, and I think I might have some flagged or starred. Polygon, I don't know if I mentioned Polygon, but there might still be some cool stuff on there. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm holding on to AMP from last bull run. So like there's another one that's cool and interesting, but I don't know. It could be a dead project at this point. I took some profits, but I'm still holding a decent sized bag in it, and I'm hoping that it pops off this cycle. What else? What else? Maybe that's it. And again, none of this is financial advice. I don't know anything about this stuff, guys. Yeah, we'll leave it there. So I think I told you some of the stuff, right? So like Superverse is there, Prime is there. A lot of stuff that I'm just tangentially holding in gaming. To be honest, I mean, outside of crypto, like I don't know how much you guys are studying like what MicroStrategy is doing, but I mean, the reason I talk about MicroStrategy here is because I have a nice position there now as well. And I mean, if the game theory continues the way that it has for Bitcoin, I think it's just going to get absolutely wild. But again, not financial advice. Rift Watcher is going to wild soon. Yeah, I might buy you for Rift Watcher. It's play money. All right. So based on the TikToks I've been seeing on X, buy stock in BetterHelp and Big Pharma. Not financial advice. Actually, that's kind of funny, although sadly true. Tails says Illumia is having challenges, but are attempting to change things around between now and March, borrowing from Parallel and OTG playbooks. Yeah, I mean, like nobody's gonna get it right on the first try, but like I haven't played the game, or I did play the game, which is a little frustrating because I couldn't understand it, but I didn't play like whatever the open world version of the game was. And it just feels like there's a solid game there that people actually did enjoy playing. It's just a matter of finding a way to monetize that. What was that AI one again, please? Which AI one? I don't think I mentioned an AI one. I didn't mention it, but if we're talking about AI, I mean, Fetch is like one of the top ones. There was something. Okay, so I don't own this, but it's available on Gemini, and so I'm thinking about purchasing it. Again, I say like I want to do a lot of things, but sometimes I never get around to it, which is why I want to be very transparent with you guys. Hold on, let me find it. Let's see here. And I don't know anything about it. Okay, so all I know is that it has a relatively small market cap, and it's been on an interesting downtrend. So, and it's not available in many places. It's called ALI. ALI, Artificial Liquid Intelligence. Again, there's no theory behind this. There's nothing. I don't know anything about this project. All I know is that it's available on very few marketplaces right now. All right, so you can get it on Crypto.com, and you can get it on. I saw it on Gemini. All right, but I don't it's not available on Binance. It's not available on Coinbase. So what's my thesis, right? Why would I be interested in something like that? Well, because at this point in time, it's like a $69 million market cap. Nice, by the way. And let's see, market cap history. You can see where this thing has popped off to just within the past 2 years. And this was during a bear market, right? 300 million. What's this? 200 million. So if at any point AI starts to take off, again, all I'm saying, all I'm saying is that this could be an interesting one to watch. I did not buy any. I had a relative who was like looking to be a DGen, and so I recommended this to them with the same caveats that I'm giving to you. So again, I don't own any, and I don't know anything about this project. All right. All I'm saying is that if for any reason AI starts to take off and it gets listed on Coinbase or Binance, it could be something like what happened with AMP, right? So you go back to, I bought AMP at like less than a penny. It was like half a penny back in 2020 or early 2021. And like by May or June of 2021, it got listed on Coinbase, at which point it jumped up to like 12 cents, which was fantastic. I wish I'd sold all of it at 12 cents, but I thought it was going to go higher, like of course everybody does. And so I only sold a portion of it, which was enough for me to be happy. But then I just ended up bag holding the rest of the time, and I'm staking it. So this is the same kind of thesis as that, right? Where I see it on very few exchanges and none of the top ones. So again, is it going to do anything? I have no idea. So please don't take any of this. I mean, take all of this with like a grain of salt. Like you can see like what is this? We got to 13 cents back in April, but the market cap, I don't even know. Like there's no max supply. And there's already 9.8 billion of this thing. So again, I don't know how it works. I just saw it there and thought, sure, why not? If you were going to make a DGen AI play. All right, so Tail says Kopi making moves on ADA and base. I'm not sure I've heard of Kopi, but I'll check it out. Last time BNB was supposed to flip ETH, and now it's the same hype for Sol. Not going to happen. Dude, but ETH is like dying, man. Drinks on after sound. It's funny. All right, People's Guild, buenos noches. Good to see you guys. Or it's good to see you. Saturday morning streaming at the office. Nice. Ally is like the girl from Karate Kid. There you go. Exactly. That's funny. All right. So, what else? We got anything else, or maybe we should call it a day on the stream? Call it a week. It's been, like I said, it's been a wild week. Oh, but DJ just came by. What's going on, DJ? Go, DJ. Oh shoot, I keep getting messages. Sorry. I will try to ignore them. So, I think we're all in agreement then. I think I saw everybody who gave a prediction earlier say that we will hit a penny by the end of the year. Some even think by the end of November. What about Bitcoin though? You think we're going to hit 100K by the end of the year? It's going to be wild. I don't know. I don't know that anything's like really going to happen until the administration change is over. Because then, like, this is the time where everybody's like starting to get things moving. But like once the administration is in, that's the only time they can start to make some moves, right? Should I start Odunze this week after sound? I don't know. I have DJ Moore on my team, so I'll be honest, I hope that they don't throw to Odunze and they throw only to DJ Moore. I don't know who they're playing, but let's see. Bears. Bears. Last week was just tough. I can forgive a lucky catch, but last week they just kind of looked like they were out of sorts. Patriots at home? That could be interesting. Patriots aren't that good. What's their record? Patriots are 2-7. Could be a blowout. I don't know. That defense isn't good. Oh, you started Komet last week? Oh, man. Eeh. Sounds like a dub, says Tails. Yeah. let's hope the Bears can take it. So here's the risk that you run, right? You start a receiver, and if the team is too good, then they go up early, and we just ground and pound for the entire second half. And we have that, right? We have both DeAndre Swift as well as Roschon Johnson. So, all of a sudden we're not throwing the ball. You flip the script, we go up against a team that's good, and then it actually becomes really uncertain because it could turn into a shootout if their defense sucks, or it could turn into like lockdown defense where we don't score anything except maybe some field goals here and there. So against the Patriots, I'll be honest, I haven't seen the Patriots play enough to know how good their defense is, but I like, what's your other option besides Odunze? Like, I think if you're holding on to Odunze as like a dynasty pick, that's great because I think him and Williams are going to grow together, which is exciting as a Bears fan. But this season's been really hit or miss. I thought DJ Moore was going to go wild, but he's had some good games and a lot of not so great games. Sadly. But yeah. Yep. So you know what? What's funny is like every time I jump off a live stream, I feel like the price spikes. So, because I'm always talking about like, oh, I want to see it hit 77 or I want to see it hit 76 or something this whole like last couple of weeks. So I'm going to say this. Between now and the next time I stream, which might be tomorrow, might not be until Monday, we'll see. I would like to see Bitcoin hit 80K. That would be nice. That would be a nice little November boost that I think we could all use right now. It's been a rough week, man. It's been a rough week. I'd like for this week to end with a nice little 80K Bitcoin. What do you guys think? And voucher. Okay. Dude, people are still opening chaos packs. This is hilarious. Just why? We need another game mode in Splinterlands. Soulkeep wasn't it. I thought it would be, but it wasn't it. I very clearly enjoy like analyzing and over analyzing this ecosystem. But I'm sick and tired of the game. As you guys all got to witness earlier in the stream. I rage quit earlier for anybody who missed it. So it's like, I wish Mooncarts was in this ecosystem. Can you imagine if I got to throw Dr. Blight into a racing car? That'd be fun. Go straight Mario Kart, just throwing magic fireballs in your face. It could have happened. There's a parallel world that exists in which everything that was done, that was brought in, was all under the Splinterlands banner. And well, let's not think about it too much because that parallel world also has a $4 SPS price. But you know, maybe we'll get that someday. Someday. All right, let me catch up on the rest of the chat. We could probably start to close this out. DJ says, I'm a Patriots fan. They suck this year. They shouldn't have gotten rid of Tom Brady. They can still bring him back, right? I heard when Tua went down earlier this year. I mean, I think he's back now, thankfully. But when he went down, there was like fear of like another concussion. I mean, I'm sure they were just rumors, but people were like, dude, Brady's going to suit up for the Dolphins. I was like, of course he will. I think it's crazy, man. It just feels like if that's your life for like, I don't know, 25 years, 30 years, like, I don't know, like at what point can you leave it? It sucks. It's a tough thing. DJ says maybe Soul Keeper Wars can go to whatever hardcore mode is. Maybe. When do you guys think we're gonna hear more about hardcore mode? I mean, I'd like to hear soon. I don't know why. See, I'm being a little fuddy right now, but I don't know why. I just have a feeling the November town hall is going to be disappointing, because like, and not even in a way where I'm trying to like predict that, you know, the team is just not going to share stuff with us. I just think that there's like so much that we want in this time period. Like there's so much that we want to know, and nothing is going to, like, it's like an insatiable thirst that will not be able to, we will not be able to quench with whatever information they give us. Cause like, I forgot, I guess I can do a video of like top 3 questions, right? Like I did last month, but right now, or as of today, the big questions that I have are, I'd like to get an ETA for land. I know that's going to be a tough sell, but I'd like to get an ETA. Q1 is 90 days long. It's 3 months long. And I'd like to know if we can expect it within the first couple of weeks of Q1, or if it's going to be in the back half of Q1. Again, like, I'll be happy. Like, I won't be upset if they say it's not going to come out until March 31st. Just tell me that, so I'm not sitting around on January 1st waiting for it, right? Like that's what I don't want. And I get it. Like they probably can't even tell us that, and I should probably just go into it with a mentality of like, all right, it's coming out March 31st. But I would like to get an update on that. And I guess in relation to that, I'd like to get timeframes on all the things that they're planning, which is just something that we don't get anymore, right? Because as of now, Q1 seems so busy, so freaking busy. If it's going to be hardcore mode, land 1.75, glint, or not glint, but glamour, and then like, I guess the wrapping of stuff into a mobile thing. Again, that last one is not going to like impact us directly, or like impact the game directly. But that's 3 major things that will be coming out. And sure, the team has a history of sometimes going like back to back to back with things, but I can't imagine them doing that. So it's like, okay, maybe every other week, maybe every 3 weeks, but like, what's the order of things that we can expect? When are we going to learn more about hardcore mode? I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like with this November town hall, I don't know quite what to expect, but I'm already feeling like it's not going to be satisfying. Now, the other thing that just popped into my head, which could maybe fill the void a little bit, is if they can provide what their marketing plan is going to be, that would be great. The last town hall had Blaze on, and it was like his first week, so that's totally cool, right? I mean, I was a little harsh on him, I admit, but now he's been there for a month. It seems like he's had conversations individually with people, which is cool, but like, let's also talk to the community at the town hall and tell us what's going on, right? Like, give us the game plan. People are salivating. People are excited. I mean, Bitcoin's setting new all-time highs every day this week, and people are spending 1.3 million DEC on the cards. So, yeah. Oh, well, check that out. Blaze TPG episode next week. So that'll be something to look forward to. People's Guild also says, have you done any speculation on where rewards for hardcore mode will come from? No, I haven't. But I also don't want to say anything. Yeah, I'm gonna plead no comment on that. Again, if it ends up being something like what PJ had mentioned to me, I think they have some interesting ways that they can go about funding rewards. But I'll leave that to them if that's how they actually decide to implement it. Because again, I don't know if this is what it is, but I just don't want to say anything about that. Instead, Brady bought the Raiders. Yeah. Yo, Matthew Young's in the house. Let's go. Matthew Young says, looking forward to that TPG. Yep. Well, hopefully, so People's Guild, hopefully whatever he tells you, he's able to expand on in the town hall as well. Because I think the town hall's next week, right? Ah, shoot, no, it's the week after. 21st. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Gives us something in between. All right, Blockchain Project says, busy SPL means better price in SPS price in Q1. Yeah, let's hope so. I would just, I would like from Matt. Okay, here's my ask. From this town hall. We're rounding the corner to the end of 2024. A lot of the things that we were expecting by the end of the year, we did not get. Like, let's just be honest, right? If you rewind time or, look at videos and live streams from 6 months ago, right, back in May, we were all here talking about, hopefully we're going to get some kind of updates to land. Hopefully the new player experience will be completed. This vague, ambiguous new player experience is going to be finally done. We're going to be able to start running ads and marketing in Q4, right? And the team is working on some other things, and we'll see what happens. Well, here we are in November, and none of that came to pass. So I would like to get like a grand vision from Matt for 2025. He seems so bullish on the game, so bullish on the market, which is, turning out to be, at least at this point in time, true. So I'd love to get like a, not even like what we're working on and these are the time frames. It's just like, okay, Matt, you've been preparing for this now for a year, right? Maybe even longer than that, but at least a year plus as CEO. Your thesis is that things are going to get crazy, right? And here we are in November of 2024, things are heating up. So for all intents and purposes, I believe that 2025 can get crazy. So how are you going to take advantage of that? What does Q1 look like? What does Q2 look like? Right? And what are the things that we're contingent on in terms of like creating that success and then taking that success and rolling it into something even more, right? So again, land is set to come out, or land, updates are set to come out. This new hardcore mode. Again, it doesn't have to be exact time frames. Obviously, everything is set for Q1 right now, but it's like, what does this look like? What is your vision for all of 2025? Like, if things go perfectly, and I know that's such a dangerous question to ask, but if things were to go perfectly, what does that look like for 2025? You've had years to prepare for this now. How are you capitalizing on it? What are you going to do? Candace says Blaze is awesome. He just helped me out a bunch and got discounted tofu in the process. Wait, what? Blaze just giving out discounted tofus now? That's not cool. I mean, it's cool for you, but come on, hit me up. Let's go, Blaze. We want you to grill Blaze on TPG. Let's hope they do. Long-term vision strategy, not go bankrupt. Well, look, Matt, they have checks being written from the DAO for the next year, right? Or almost a year at this point. So from my understanding, Matt is not as worried about going bankrupt. He believes that they've gotten their expenses down to a manageable level. And yeah, and he's expecting revenue to come in some forms, right? With Conclave Arcana and whatever else. But yeah. Man, I'd love to get a discount on a tofu. Tails, oh yes, please. Oh, Canada says Blaze got a discounted tofu from me. Ah, okay. In exchange for services rendered, aka helping you out a bunch, you give him a discounted tofu. Well, that's cool. Look at Blaze jumping into the ecosystem. Love it. Love it. Wow, this is the longest stream that I've done in a while, guys. An hour and 54 minutes. We're closing in on 2 hours. But you know what? This is exactly what I wanted. and I can't tell you why. I wanted to be on with you guys at this time, and it was fun. So thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I will see you maybe tomorrow over the weekend. I need to get back to actually recording videos. I haven't done that in a while, or at least not. Oh, DJ, what'd you send me? I haven't done it consistently. We're excited to announce our teams are planning a big change free to play. I did see that. I haven't checked it out. Yeah. So if you guys saw in like the tech updates section of Discord on Mab server, they announced you can go and test out the free to play thing and see what it's like. I think it's coming out next week, so hopefully that's a step in the right direction. Matthew says, oh god, well, PSA, if anyone wants to give me a discount tofu, yes, I'll gladly buy. All right, cheers, People's Guild. I hate to see you disappear from the Splinter fam. Love your content. Who, me? Oh, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I just been busy. Been going through some things. But this is always fun to come hang out with you guys. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day, night, whatever time it is for you. I hope you have a great weekend ahead. I hope that I'll be able to actually jump in and do some live streams over the weekend, but at the very least, I'll try to get some videos up because there were a couple things that I wanted to talk about, including, I know we touched on some of the topics today, but yeah, that's all it is. All right, guys. After I sent you a Discord about the SPL tweet on free to play. Yeah, just talked about it briefly, but I'll take a look at it on the map server, and then we'll cover it in a future live stream or video. Much love, Matthew Young. Thanks for hanging out. All right, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll catch up with you all soon. Be safe. Have fun. Get rich. Have a good weekend. Peace.